Hi, my name is Keith and I'm known as the Florida Stone Man, and today I'm going to be making you a video talking about the powers of light and dark. And I think this is very important because when more people get in the habit of seeing the world in this way, a lot more intentions are made to be called out, a lot more things are made to be very simplistic. Everything's not white and black, but things are light and dark. So if you're trying to see what you're doing, if it's correct, look at what you're doing. Evaluate your intentions, because in the spiritual realm, everything is pure intention. You guys will save so much trouble and so much effort and so much heartbreak, so much pain, so much just bad things coming your way will be cut and removed from your life just because you evaluated it using this technique. View everything as light and dark, good or not good. People will try to do things and mask intentions with other intentions that are false intentions, that are not actually the intentions that they're trying to put off, but the intentions that that person is actually having. What did I just say? What does that mean? It means cognitive dissonance. That's one thing that I said in a few videos. I didn't say it in a few videos. It's something my angel said to me that just went through my ear and out the other ear because I didn't grab onto the word. Someone said it in the comments section. Congratulations to that person, because they understood the concepts. And other people who said the other things, those were good too, but cognitive dissonance. This is where light and dark clash. So what's cognitive dissonance? And I've used that as an example before, but basically everything's light and dark. So for someone who's a smoker, for example, like you're smoking cigarettes and you want to quit the cigarettes, but there's some kind of counter intention that's being masked in the back of your thought process. Now, it's like, okay, the cigarettes, and if you're someone who smokes cigarettes, I'm not calling you out in this video. I'm just saying this as an example because there's several examples with cognitive dissonance. But let's just say the cigarette is killing you, right? And you want to quit. You really do want to quit because you recognize it's killing you. Maybe you're on your last legs and it's really, really killing you. The cigarette is bad, and you know it's bad, and you know it wants to kill you. The cigarette wants to kill you. So you cut the cigarettes off for a period of time. And then you have, because it's not fully out of your system, out of your energy system, out of your aura, out of your mind, out of everything of your etheric body, that cigarette's still there. Cigarettes have some serious energy hooks to them, so this is a really good example. And yes, this is a handheld video today, so I'm going to be bouncing my hands around from hand to hand. But cigarettes is a very good example, because this is a really, really good example, because this is how you guys can tie cognitive dissonance with light and dark and spiritual things to other things as well. So in your mind, after a few days, you'll be like, okay, maybe I could just have one, but maybe I could just have one hit of the cigarette, or like just one's not going to kill me. It's less than I was doing before, and you'll find different reasons to counter that intention, but you do it without even knowing it, and it actually ends up being dark for you in the end. It actually ends up being very harmful to you in the end, and it counters your intentions. You can do this in spirituality as well. So act like, and I'm going to use friends as an example, because I talk to lots of people in the gym, and certain people in the gym will be used as an example, and I know too many people to even for even one of them to know who I'm talking about. So this might help them even if they watch this video. So let's just say you have this is a good example. Let's just say you have a cigarette friend. That friend's like a cigarette. That person's around you. They're really nice to have. It makes you feel good sometimes to have them around you, but in the end, that person's actually killing you. They're actually killing you. They're killing opportunities. They're killing, maybe love is coming your way and that friend just blocks love off. Maybe you have abundance energies coming your way and they actually are vampiric and they take that from you simply by energy of being default. So you'll have different warnings as to that friend being really bad. You'll have several different warnings, but you will cover it up because you have a counter intentions, because you're doing something that makes you comfortable and you're doing something that's not focusing on the end result. So you will have counter intentions, and that's where people mix up light and dark. Now, when I talk about, and let me use an example first. So you're around that friend, they make you feel good, they take up your time, they're already in your schedule, etc. But what happens when months go by and that person's eating your opportunities, eating your time, eating things that you could be doing, eating things that you can be growing yourself, and all this time passes and you're not a better person from it, and you're not, if anything, you're not getting the only good thing, the only light from, and yeah, it's hot, so I'm gonna be wiping my face. The only good that comes from that is lessons. Because if you don't understand the signs that's being given, if you're trying to associate, you just hug different aspects of light, which that's not it. there is light and dark. Not certain, okay, there's light and there's a little bit of light, and when I'm in this darkness, there's a little bit of light. No, you got to cut that off. Cut. And even for people who work with spirits, easiest way, and some people will work with fallen angels, okay? So, and fallen angels some of them are not mean. Some of them are not mean, and they will flat out fool people. They will flat out trick people. So certain fallen angels will be, and I've seen this time and time again, so people will actively call upon demons and work with demons, even if they're lower level demons, which they don't end up being so much lower level in the end when you give them too much energy. So the demon will be nice and friendly and sweet to you, but you know the way that the demon, how the demon presents itself to you is nice and friendly. You know for a fact that demon is doing dark things to get things done. And I'm not saying for the people who are watching my YouTube channel and watching my YouTube videos are working with demons. This is just an example. This is how people can mix light and dark. So when it comes to that, let's just say the demon actually provides financial opportunities and money. But the way the demon does it is by making certain family members kind of drop off here and there. And that's how they'll do it as well. They'll be like, okay, grandpa's not around anymore. Here's her inheritance. And you're like, oh, cool inheritance. Or like, you'll notice someone gets fired from your job, or like 3 people get fired when they didn't deserve to get fired. And you're getting money from it now because the demon did it in a very dark way. Yeah, you're pointing out light. And I've seen lots of this. People easily get fooled. So people will be like, oh yeah, well, it's light now. I can see some kind of aspects of light. And later on, what happens, and this is a really good example as well, because people will try to work with demons and they'll never find out that they're getting bit in the butt by the demon in the end. After you give that dark being so much energy and you know that that dark being is doing dark things and you're okay with it, that darkness does come back to you, because once that demon has enough energy to leave you and do its own thing on its own, it's like, ah, thank you, boom. They'll do something. They'll do something very dramatic in your family. They'll pass through a family member. They'll pass through something in your house. They'll pass through you. When I mean pass through, it means they have enough energy to step in, take a certain something that they want, and then go. And that's a large chunk of energy. It could be a spiritual gift. It could be etc. They'll do something and be like, okay, thanks. I'm on to the next person, someone who has more energy than you, because the demon will use all your energy and be like, okay, bye, whatever. It'll come back time to time when you're least expecting it and when you're getting your energy back. But then that's how people in the occult actually are always drained of energy. Just a little spoiler, a little secret, because yeah, demons, it was my friend and it lied to me. It was a demon. This is why you work with angels, because certain angels like St. Michael the Archangel have no tolerance for that. But and the actual St. Michael the Archangel. But what's my point in this video? And this does apply to spirituality. And yes, it's hot outside. Everything's light and dark. When you have certain people around you, when they say certain things, be like, okay. And if you're ever confused, because some people will confuse you. I see this sometimes. And keep in mind, people change over time. No one's staying the same. People are going on an upward slope or a downward slope. And you'll be surprised by it sometimes when certain people that you see on a daily basis actually become dark. And how do you know this? It's because you evaluate light from dark. You're like, okay, is what this person's saying, is it contributing or is it hurting? Is the criticism they're saying, is it constructive or is it destructive? Is it this person doing this with bad intention or is this good? And this is just talking about people you hang around, because these people will act like energetic parasites and mosquitoes and literally vacuum you of energy, opportunities, and your time, time is one of the biggest spiritual currencies. In the end, the only light thing that comes from this is lessons. But if you don't learn your lesson and you don't change because of it, then you're going to continue learning more lessons, and it goes on into the afterlife and into your next lives if you get lucky enough to come back. Some people actually don't learn to the point where they do get in the afterlife and they flip out and they're like, oh my God, what is this? I thought it was going to be better when I died. And everything's it's exactly the same or much worse. But learn your lessons in this life so you don't have to in the afterlife, because when you get in the afterlife and you still have concepts of darkness and you think it's okay and you think it's all right and you think it's okay to mix light and dark, you're going to be shocked. You're going to be shocked. Certain people, when they become into the spiritual world, they literally go insane. They go wild. First, it's kind of like a shock as to, oh my God, I'm dead, to the point where, wait, nothing's different. It's like, I'm back here again. It's because you never elevated. Everything's light or dark. You're going down or you're going up. You're moving closer to hell or you're moving closer to heaven. You're not a bird. When they fly, they either sink or they flap their wings and go up. My YouTube channel, my videos that I have for you guys is for you guys to go up. Evaluate everything with, is this light or is this dark? Whenever I talk to someone, whenever I'm around someone, I'll ask myself, what is this person's intention? Is this person, the way they're acting towards me, and I see this in the gym. So, for example, I've seen someone take a bar of weight and just kind of throw it on the ground, like aggressively. I paused for a second because that person was very, very nice back then. And the gym's a wonderful example. I'm like, what's this person's intention? What's the energy around them? And I don't read people like that at all. But I'll be like, okay, what's going on? And then you look at the person, and one of my angels said, this person has picked up something dark. But for the people who don't hear their angels like that yet, because you're going to learn on my YouTube channel, really pay attention with your intuition and be like, does this make me feel good, or does it make me not feel good? Once you catch it even a little tiny bit not making you feel good, remove it fast. A lot of your angels are actually doing this for you, but a lot of you don't understand that your angels are already doing this for you. So you'll see people from a distance not even being able to approach you. Like people that you used to know, people that you used to talk to, people who used to be friendly, sometimes they'll just look at you as if something's wrong, and something is wrong. Something's wrong with them, to the point where your angels are like, your angels can literally press upon someone's chest and push them, and they'll feel like a kind of resistance. But when you let that person come to you, or you go to that person to talk, what happens? You start picking up their dark energy. You start picking up their dark feelings, their dark emotions. The body is older than the mind. As humans, as beings that are on this plane of existence, when we're not on this plane of existence anymore, our body becomes something a little bit different. Let's just say that. It's a surprise for the people who make it in the afterlife. But we have different minds and different chakras. We have our mind in our heart chakra. We have our mind in our solar plexus chakra. We have the mind of giving and receiving, and in exchange and flow, the mind of just manifestation and feeling and emotions. We have different aspects about our body that is very sophisticated that we don't energetically understand, and we put ourselves around people who have just dark energy where they have gone, because people of dark energy will go to other people of dark energy, and those people will have entities on them as well. So you better believe, just by even talking to someone, and this is a giant red flag, when your nose, this is something you guys should know, when your nose starts itching like crazy and you can't stop itching your nose, and you're like, what is wrong here? Why is my nose so itchy? Like, it's right here. This is an alarm chakra. And some of you know what I'm talking about, and this will make sense. It's literally an alarm. Like, this person has dark energy, and you somehow went past your angels, because they can't do everything for us. They can help, but they can't interfere with every one of our decisions. So you will pass a certain barrier that your angels have put up to protect you, and what will happen? You'll pick up some dark energy, and that person might say something dark, do something dark, etc. But you had the warnings, you had the intuition, but you bypassed it. View everything as light and dark, and it's gonna make your life a lot easier, especially with certain teachers, certain mentors, people on TikTok, for example. So this is actually very good, because it's gonna help a lot of you. When you're viewing someone's YouTube channel, when you're viewing someone's TikTok channel, and you're like, okay, what is this teacher teaching? What is this person teaching? Doesn't matter what it matters what they're teaching, but when they're teaching it, what's their intention? Are they trying to sell you something? Are they trying to pull you towards the darkness? Are they trying to get you to do something bad? Are they trying to get you to do something good? Are they trying to get you to stop doing something bad? Etc. Because I've seen teachers on TikTok, I've seen teachers on YouTube, they're like, yeah, you can just try it. Just try a little curse here. Just work with a demon here. Work with a demon there. It's only going to help you. The angels are actually demons too, and they'll start saying some crazy stuff because they want to pull you down with them. A good analogy is people who do bad things don't want to be alone when they do bad things, because in the end, when they're judged, they don't want to be alone when they're being judged. They want to put every other excuse on it. When they're in the darkness, they don't want to be alone in the darkness because it's dark and there's nothing there. If you ever pay attention to people who are drug addicts, people who are alcoholics, they want someone to drink with them. They want someone to do drugs with them. They cannot stand to do it on their own. It's because they're in a place of darkness, and the only thing that resembles somewhat of a light is other people being in the darkness with them, so they're not alone, because the darkness is not nice to be in. So it's nice to take people with you in the dark, right? So that's what, it's actually not nice. That's what a lot of content creators, a lot of YouTubers, a lot of TikTokers, they'll encourage people to do darkness because they don't want to be alone. They know it's wrong. So when they see other people doing it wrong as well, it makes them feel right because there's more of a collective doing it. Don't get sucked into the darkness. View everything as dark and light is what, and before you do anything, before you do a manifestation, before you have a thought, ask yourself, is this becoming of me? Is this moving me closer to God? Is this hurting someone? Is this helping someone? Everything you do is intention. In the end, you're going to be judged on intention and intention alone, and an intention of what you did, because people will say, oh yeah, I'm doing good, but their intention will be bad. Like I said, when you go into the astral realm, everything's going to be stripped bare, and when you go into the afterlife, the real you is shown. You can't hide, and you really can't hide. That's about it. Save yourself some time, save yourself some lessons, and you're going to be inviting in nothing but blessings. Like when you're on the right track and you're doing right, and you have to, as a person who is in the light, you're going to be challenged by people who are in the dark, and they don't want to see you in the light because it's too bright, it's blinding. They want to pull you in the dark with them. It doesn't matter who that person is. You're going to see a lot with people in this world. This is a spiritual war, and just know that when you're in the light, you're on the winning side, because if for things to constantly keep challenging you, that means you're making some kind of progress. If you have haters, it's because you're doing something to aggravate them. If you have any questions, ask them in the YouTube comments. Till then, I'll see you guys next time. Ciao!